Hello everyone, welcome to Move Well, Live Well. Are you experiencing pain in your shoulder from a previous injury such as a rotator cuff tear or a labral tear? Are you feeling kind of like it's unstable and feels weak? Well, if so, you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to show you 5 exercises for your shoulder to increase its stability that I know you're not doing. So, join me, shall you? So, we get a number of people that come in here that have battled or have struggled with a shoulder injury in the past, such as a labral tear or a rotator cuff tear, and they've been prescribed certain exercises to help with that particular muscle group, in particular the rotator cuff. However, what we're not seeing is a lot of shoulder scapular stability exercises they haven't been prescribed. So, one of the most common shoulder stability scapular exercises that are prescribed are shrugs. And that's typically done in this fashion, where you have a dumbbell or weight or barbell in your hand and you're shrugging upwards like this. Well, this is all good and said and done, and we see this a lot in the gyms and people doing this. But there are 5 other ways to shrug to also stabilize the scapula. Now, the first exercise is the hanging shrug. So remember, the shoulder is the most movable joint in the body, and by shrugging just like this, you're only stabilizing the scapula, strengthening that scapular stabilization in this position. Remember, the shoulder is the most movable joint in the body. So the hanging shrug puts you in a hang. So here I am at the rack. You can use a pull-up bar or whatever it is you have, and you go down into a hang. And if you can't go into a full hang, that's fine. But the idea, if you need to, you can use your feet. Like right now, I'm kind of standing. I'm not at a full hang for demonstration purposes, but you want to work up to where you're actually hanging, and then all you do is you shrug up pretty quickly, and then slowly come down, and then you shrug up, and then slowly come down, and you can see my arms stay straight. My elbows are pretty much locked out here, and my shoulders are at almost a dead hang here without the support of my feet. And you're quickly, you're going fast up, and then down slowly. So contract up and down slowly. So the reverse view looks like this. So here I am like this, and I'm at a hang, and I'm going to contract up and then slowly come down. Quickly contract up and slowly go down. Just like that. Up and then slowly go down. Just like that. And the idea is to feel that shoulder scapula, the shoulder blade, moving up and down like this. So, just like this. Squeeze, down. Squeeze, down. Ideally, your arms, my arms kind of move a little bit, but you want to practice keeping your arms straight. Squeeze, slowly down, just like that. So that's the first shoulder stabilization exercise. Okay, so the next one is an overhead barbell shrug. So this is a shrug with your arms up over your head. It's not like the hanging shrug where you're hanging. This one, you actually have a barbell in the up position here. So you can use a dumbbell, you can use dumbbells, you can use a book, or work up to those. If your strength isn't quite up to par yet, you can just use your arms overhead and shrug upwards. And that's what we're doing here, is shrugging upwards while your arms are in an overhead position. So I've got a barbell here. I'm going to take it off the rack just like this, like if you're going to do an overhead press or something like that. So I'm going to take it off the rack here just like this, and I'm going to put it in the overhead position like this. And now I'm shrugging upwards. So again, my arms are almost locked out here. My elbows are relatively locked out. My shoulder is in this position here, in the up overhead position, and I'm shrug up and then slowly come down. See that? Shrug up, slowly come down. Shrug up, slowly come down. Shrug up, slowly come down. So, again, the idea behind this is you're trying to shrug in different positions, not just, you know, your standard shrugs where you're the upright shrug like this, which is, you want to, the upright shrug is fine, but now my shoulder is in the, you know, down position. I'm doing these shrugs in different positions for my shoulder. See that? So this is the overhead one. Now your shoulder is in an overhead position and you're shrugging upwards. This is what it looks like from behind. So here we are. It's like this. The barbell overhead, and you're shrugging upwards and then slowly come down. Shrugging upwards, slowly come down. Shrug up and then slowly down. Just like that. Again, if it's challenging with this kind of weight, you can modify it by just using your hands overhead. Sometimes that's enough to create resistance in through there. So work up to it. If you have a book at home, dumbbells, that type of thing, use those as well. So that's the second shoulder scapula stabilizing exercise. So the next exercise is the dip shrug. Now this shrug is pretty much the complete opposite of kind of the standard shrug where you have your barbells here or dumbbells down here at your sides and you're shrugging your shoulders upwards like this. So this is the opposite of that, where the barbell is below you, is down here like this, but you're letting your body sink into it. So I'm going to demonstrate here in just a second. So this is what we do. I got the rack here set up to do the dip shrug. And I'm going to take slightly wider than shoulder width, kind of like if I'm going to do a push-up or a bench press. I'm taking that kind of a width grip. And my body here is touching the barbell here, just like this. And I'm going to slowly come down. See, my arms are pretty much locked out like this. I'm going to slowly sink down. My shoulders come up and nice and easy, squeeze, just like that. And I'm shrugging up, downwards. It's a shrug downwards. So I'm letting my shoulders slowly come up, controlled, and then quickly squeeze, just like that. Slowly downward, nice and controlled, and then squeeze. Slowly downward. You can kind of see how this is the opposite. Now remember, barbell shrugs, you know, you're here, you're holding the barbell like this, and you're pulling the bar upwards. You're pulling the weight upward. This is the opposite of it. So you're slowly coming down, and then you're pushing the weight downward. See that? You're pushing the barbell downward to allow your body to come up. Pushing the weight down, pushing the bar downward to allow your body to come up. Slowly down, and then up, just like this. This is what it kind of looks like from behind me, right here. So this is from the rear, just like this. And then my body is up against the barbell here. I'm using my legs as support. As you get stronger and stronger, with these exercises, you get to a point where you don't need to have your feet on the ground. So as you get stronger and stronger with this dip, you can do it without having your feet on the ground. So here you are. Again, my body's up against the barbell like this, and then I'm slowly coming down like this, and then squeeze. See that? Down, squeeze. Down, squeeze. Just like that. Down, slowly, and then squeeze hard upward, fast. So that is the dip shrug, which is pretty much the complete opposite of the only shrug that I ever really see folks doing is the one where you're pulling the weight up like this. So that is the third exercise to help stabilize the scapula. So the next exercise, the fourth one, is the push-up shrug. So you're going to be in a push-up position. So here you are, like this. You're going to go into your push-up position here. And again, these are all the rules for a push-up apply. So you're going to go into a kind of a hollow body position here, just like that. And then you're going to go into, you're going to let that slowly come down like this, and then squeeze. Slowly come down like this, and squeeze. Slowly come down like that, squeeze. And that is the push-up shrug. Now, if you can't do a full, can't have your feet out here like this, you can go into a modified where you can have your knees on the ground as well. And here you are, you're like this. So my arms are locked out pretty much right here. And I'm going to let my body sink. Let me do this way so you can kind of see. So I'm going to let my upper body kind of sink down. See that? I'm going to let my upper body kind of sink down into this shrug. So slowly let it come down and then squeeze up, just like that. Squeeze up, just like that. Side view again. Here you are. So you're here. You're going to let that body sink down. See that? You let the body sink down into the shoulder and then squeeze up like that. And you can feel your shoulder blades approximate behind you as you do this. That. Same thing. It's like this front view again. Boom. Boom. Just like that. Slowly come down, control, and then squeeze hard at the top. So that is the push-up shrug. All right, now last but not least is the row shrug. So I've set up my rack like this. I've got, if you can kind of see here, tilt that up just a little bit. I got the barbell up on kind of a lowered one here. But the idea is you're here and you're hanging like you're gonna do a row. See that? I'm hanging like this, my body's off the ground, and I'm just bridging just a little bit here from my glutes. And I'm pulling, keep my arms straight, but I'm pulling my body toward the barbell like this and down. So I'm shrugging this way. So slowly come down and then quickly squeeze, slowly come down, quickly squeeze, boom. Slowly come down, quickly squeeze, just like that, boom. Slowly come down, quickly squeeze, slowly come down, just like that. Squeeze, slowly come down, just like that. So that is, I'm gonna move my head forward so you can kind of see my back. I'm gonna go into a little bit of neck flexion here so you can kind of see my back as I do this. So squeeze, slowly come down, squeeze, slowly come down, squeeze, slowly come down, just like that. So that, folks, is the row shrug, the fifth exercise to help stabilize that shoulder scapula. Some takeaways from this video is you want to work in pain-free ranges. You don't want to sit there in agony every time you're doing a repetition and you feel pain at that end range there. If you're feeling pain at that end range, you want to work in such a range so that way you don't feel it. So you may have to stop short of full range. So work in pain-free ranges. Also, you can change the grip. I primarily used a pronated grip with these exercises. Go into a reverse grip. So do another set with the reverse grip, and that puts you a little bit of an external rotation on that as well. So change it up. You can do it into a reverse grip as well. And as far as sets and reps, I usually recommend when you're first starting out, do a set of each of these. So there's 5. So that'll be 5 sets, 5 exercises, 5 sets about 10 to 15 reps. And again, when you're first starting out, you're not working these to failure. You're just using them, you're just exercising with these exercises so as to not fail. You want to be able to perform them controlled and deliberate. So controlled and deliberate. One set of each, 10 to 15 reps to start. Increase the sets as your body becomes more proficient and stronger in these exercises. Anyway, we thank you for watching. We appreciate it. If you're new to this channel, hit subscribe. And when you hit subscribe, make sure you hit that bell notification button because that'll keep you in the loop with subsequent videos coming here in the near future. And that way you can continue to move well and live well. Also, I know you know folks who have battled or are struggling with shoulder problems, shoulder pain. They may have had a labral tear in the past or a rotator cuff tear, or they do have those and they're trying to rehab that. Share this with them. It'll help stabilize their scapula. These are exercises that we don't see people doing at the gym or even in physical therapy, conditioning, rehab centers. So share this with them. Sharing is caring. Also, give us a thumbs up. It lets us know you care. Anyway, we thank you for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.